Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I know it's super early. I'm so glad that you guys are tuning in. Today, I want to talk about forgiving yourself. I woke up this morning and I had this interesting dream, and something I realized that resurfaced for me is there's certain parts of myself that was made aware that I hadn't forgiven of my past, right? And it's something that, you think you forgive yourself, but you don't. And one of the things that one of my friends told me is he said, Khadijah, it's not your job to punish yourself. That's God's job. If evidence didn't show up in your life the way that you did, you already prayed, you already asked for forgiveness. God gave you forgiveness, and yet you're punishing yourself because you feel that you deserved worse punishment than what you got. And you have to forgive yourself, or else you're not going to be able to continue and you're not going to be able to function. And it's so interesting because I do believe that your greatest teachers and your greatest healers and your greatest motivational speakers are going to be the one who have went through the trenches, and they still go through the trenches. And that's why they're continuously learning with you, right? There's nothing because sometimes I'll look and I'll be like, man, I hope I'm not coming off perfect to these people, because I don't want them to ever think that the only reason I keep a positive mindset is because I know what it is to drift away and into a different dimension where you just kind of go through the rabbit hole of just negativity, right? And that brings me to my next point of protecting your energy. It is so important to protect your energy. It is so important. What are you watching? What are you reading? What are the people around you saying? What are you participating when gossip occurs, or are you walking away? Are you allowing yourself to be exposed to certain things, or are you walking away? Now, there's a difference between awareness and being willingly ignorant, right? Awareness is, I know this is happening, I'm observing this happening, and I choose not to be around it because of how it makes me feel. Thereby, I'm going to take X, Y, and Z action, right, to help prevent towards it. I'm going to promote peace to exterminate hate, right? I'm going to promote knowledge to exterminate ignorance, right? Whereas if you're ignorant, you're just avoidant. You're just avoidant. You don't want to deal with the reality that's before you. And it's important to live inside of your own reality, but also understand that other people's reality exists as well. So that's super duper important. And my next point that I want to get to is social media. Yep, I looked down because I had to write down my points. So social media is not a bad thing. When you wake up and you get on your Instagram, I hear a lot of influencers and different people say, you shouldn't get on your phone, and that's the first thing you wake up and you're addicted to. No, it's not a bad thing. I'm not going to lie to you guys. The first thing I do, like I said, is I wake up, I go to the bathroom, wash my face, brush my teeth, make my gratitude list. And the gratitude list includes everybody that gets on my nerves. I give them extra prayers, and then 10 people I'm grateful for, right? Or sometimes it's more, right? Then there might be a time in between time where I'm like, you know what? I'm tired still. I'm going to stay in bed and I'm going to lay here. And so I get on Instagram, and that's why you'll see me post these positive things, because I'm sharing the wealth. Anything that has impacted me or felt good, and then I'm like, oh, this is a keeper. I share it because what I'm going through, the people, you have to really question, who are you following, right? We do cleanses for our bodies. And I also feel as though because we are consuming information on Instagram, we also need to do a detox of our social media, right? Who are you following? How are they thinking? Because essentially how they think, you're taking in. Each time you read something like that, there's been times where I've unfollowed people. Or I've looked at people's pages who follow me, and I look at it and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to follow you, because you're talking about stuff that I really don't need that kind of energy on my page or in my presence. And then if the energy changes and it serves me, then okay, right? Because you can be selfish on your social media. It's about your consumption. It's about what you're putting in your body, right? You are putting that in your body. And so you need to be conscious of what you're putting in your body. What you're reading, you're still consuming. Don't think that there's I always joke around and I'm always like, look, I run a 30-second mile, okay, in my brain. However, maybe physically, it might be totally opposite, right? But in my mind, I run a 30-second mile. So for me, fueling my brain, fueling my brain, therefore my body, what am I consuming? Then what am I consuming? You get me? So whatever you're consuming through the mind is also what you're consuming with the mouth, and then it comes out, right? It comes out, and you're reproducing the things that you consume with the mind. You're reproducing out of your tongue, and that's super important, because if you want to set a vibe, you want to set anything, then you have to be aware of what you're listening to. All right, so that's just my little pep talk that I wanted to give for the day. Check out my book. My Thoughts Are Dangerous. Let me show you guys. This is my book. I don't think I've advertised it yet. This book is just, this book is just phenomenal. It's my stuff. Does that sound a little cocky? I'm like, yeah, my book is phenomenal. You guys should read it. No, but basically on the back, I'm just going to read it to you guys. It says, we are one people living through different simulations. We define and choose to be our own truths while living in a co-created environment within multidimensional realities. Self-destruction is resistance to change, while vulnerability and honesty are qualities of self-reflection. The book exemplifies different phases of the healing process, separated into chapters. My Thoughts Are Dangerous captures the importance of embracing and pinpointing one's own affliction and discomfort. If only we're willing to reevaluate our own perspective, may we recognize the silent teachings of life. And this is a book of poetry, but also a book of stories, right? And I just want to read, I'll do a quick reading with you guys. I planned on this video being like 5 to 10 minutes. So we're on the 7.5 minute mark. So I'm going to read one of my favorites. Okay. This one is on page 70. And it says, she reveals herself at night, for the light of day is too bright for her beauty. She observes, whether you choose to notice or not. The real question is not whether I'm the right woman. The real question is, am I the amorphous being who influences your sustenance and elevation? Do you see the feminine side of God when you look up to partake in me? Do you bear witness to my daily miracles? We are complete separately, yet we become the full force of God together. We are the one. Truth is a hypothesis that keeps repeating itself. Universal truth is purity of soul. Moon. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. Be sure to purchase my book. The link is in the bio and in the description. So you guys have a wonderful day and keep snatching y'all's mindsets. Keep snatching it. You guys are doing great. You guys are amazing. You guys are beautiful. You guys are light, your love, you are everything that you've ever wanted to be. Keep pushing, keep striving, keep being, keep knowing that you know that you know. And if you don't know, it's okay, because you can find the information, because I don't want you to forget anything that you're seeking. What you seek is seeking you. Always, 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 always. What you seek is seeking you. The door that you're knocking on is waiting for you. Right? The door that you're looking for is wide open waiting for you. What's yours is meant to be yours. And you deserve the best. And treat yourself and have value in yourself like you deserve the best. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. It's Khadijah Tou Tou, Snatching Your Mindset. We will talk again later. Have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.